Thank you, Trustees, Superintendent. As a tax-paying citizen of El Paso, I want EPISD to be not only high-performing, but also solvent. But at the last meeting, instead of addressing the worsening budget crisis, this board, with the exception of Trustees Beals and Call, voted to reopen Lamar Elementary, widening the budget gap for FY 2026 to $33.8 million. Never mind that the school is under 30% capacity and has only 206 students enrolled. Never mind that the district's internal analysis assigns the building a poor rating for electrical, roofing, plumbing, and its exterior enclosure, and a very poor rating for fire protection. Never mind that the cost for bringing the building up to standard is more than $12.5 million, or $60,680 per student, more than the undergraduate tuition at Harvard. Never mind that Lamar's much-touted Blue Ribbon Award was conferred 4 years ago, and that staff clearly affirmed at the last meeting that the school will be assigned a C rating for 2024. It has become clear to me and many other residents of EPISD that Trustee Hanani, who is the president of this board, has no financial plan to avert a TEA takeover or Chapter 9 bankruptcy. She obviously intends to raid the fund balance to close the $33.8 million budget gap, dropping it far below the 60-day threshold of safety mandated by the state, placing the district in financial jeopardy, and risking its AA bond rating. And now we learn that Ms. Hanani has arranged for outside counsel with the apparent aim of terminating the employment of Superintendent Diana Sayavedra, who has done an outstanding job of steering EPISD through these challenging times and presenting this board with financial options to keep the district solvent while safeguarding the jobs of teachers and staff. Incredibly, this is happening just as budget discussions are about to begin for the next fiscal year, which is only 35 days away. I cannot think of anything more reckless or dangerous than firing the super, potentially sparking a mass exodus of her staff at the worst possible moment imaginable, and without any semblance of good cause, as defined in Chapter 21 of the Texas Education Code. Let me add that Trustees Sutton and Osterland were elected to this board only 24 days ago and are in no position to evaluate Sayavedra's performance, which by any reasonable standard is outstanding. As of last night, they had not even been issued EPISD email addresses, which means their constituents could not reach them in advance of today's meeting, and that is shameful. Finally, I want to express my disappointment with Trustees Hanani and Cuellar for repeatedly invoking personal attacks whenever Trustee Call or anyone else levels at them legitimate, informed criticism. The General Counsel to this board, Ceci Collins, should forcefully affirm the right of any trustee to speak his or her mind without fear of being silenced for insensitivity. Sir, surely the voting public deserves better. In conclusion, I urge this board to oppose any effort to terminate Superintendent Sayavedra and to immediately focus on the task of preventing EPISD from becoming a ward of the state.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.